Hi and welcome back. If you haven't done so, please subscribe so we can keep making videos and you can keep seeing them. This one is about the materials. To begin with, basic one, paper. This is a 100 GSM white paper that I like to use. It's a little thicker than average printer paper. The ink doesn't show through quite as much. It just has a nice feel to it, and it's really not that much different in price from the other one. This I really like. This is 120 GSM, and it's got that kind of old stained parchment feel. So it's really nice for notebooks. That's what the pages look like when you're turning through. It's really quite a nice experience. And this is greyboard. This is what we use for the hardcover. You can feel there, you can see there, it's 2 millimeters thick. It can be kind of carved into for embossing, and you can cut around and peel layers off. You can see I'll link a video where you can see this happening where I'm doing a book cover and cutting out letters. It's really fun to work with. 2 of these normally would be pressed together to form each side of a cover. And what's pressed between them is a bit of this Hessian ribbon. So this would be here, another greyboard glued on top, and it holds that ribbon in there really tightly. And the reason that's important is because this is where the Hessian ribbon goes. So that would be glued between 2 boards. Same thing on this side, and you get a nice little case for the inside of your book. This comes in a little roll, and it just slices like Christmas ribbon and easy to use. Now, book cloth is what you'll probably cover your books in to start with. This is basically a bit of cloth, and on the other side of it you have paper. So you can glue this, and the glue doesn't come through and get crusty and white and gross on this side. It keeps a nice, really flat, beautiful finish. It doesn't stretch much, so if you're carving the greyboard, you need to do very light, shallow dips and rises. If you're too deep with it, this won't do it. It'll tear. So this is book cloth, not stretchy, really easy to work with though, and pretty cheap. This is the one listed, and I don't know if you can see how much is in there, but this will do a lot of books, and I think it's 10 or 11 pounds. It's pretty easy. If you are doing leather, you will also want this twine. You will want to put some screws into your vise for winding the twine around and holding the leather into whatever pattern you have on the spine of a book. It can be useful if you're doing a 3-dimensional spine with this stuff, but remember, this doesn't stretch much, so it's not going to be of huge use to you. I reuse it. I just wind it up on a little piece of cardboard, little loop at each end. You'll see in the videos how I use it. So this is going to be more than I need forever. I've got a couple more of these already wound up, so this is just spare, really good value. Glue, again, I know I have that in the tools, but you'll use a lot of it, so we'll put it here in materials as well. Now, if you're working with leather, untreated vegetable tanned leather is expensive. It's the kind of thing that you would use tools like this to stamp in little 3-dimensional patterns of woven leather or dragon scales or whatever you want. I haven't done that with vegetable treated leather yet. What I have done is I've been practicing with this, which I got free from a furniture upholsterer that I know. This is designed to resist tooling. It's designed to resist coloring, staining. You know, it stretches a little bit. I've made some beautiful little books out of this. It is hard to work with in the way that you would normally work with leather, but I did it so that I could practice, get good at making the books, and then I can invest a little bit more in kind of a higher end leather product. I want to do one even with this inside out and have this on the outside. I think getting creative with your materials will give you some really unique, beautiful books. As far as materials go, that's all you need. It's not much. And the stuff that is listed will last for several books. If you buy the 130 pounds worth of tools and materials, I'm just guessing, and it depends on what size of book that you're planning on doing, but I would guess 10 or 15 books quite easily could be made out of that, again, depending on size. So you'll have lots of practice to do for that. There are some fun things that you can add to your books to make them more interesting. What I like to do is sink a shape down into the greyboard, put one of these down on top of the cloth or the leather, and get an effect like this. This is a notebook for, just martial arts, keeping track of what we're studying. It's on that old-timey paper. You'll see the nice little edges there that you'll learn about in another video. But here is the kind of indented bit at the beginning. So when it comes to materials, if you want to do lettering on the front, if you want to do any kind of symbol that's meaningful to you, you can even go online and get custom things. That's my wife's name there. So I can sink that down into probably a blue notebook and get a nice three-dimensional drop down, pop out name, blue on blue. It's going to be a beautiful thing. These are not expensive. I got this one for £1.25 on sale. On Temu, for example, these are about £1 each, I think. They don't cost very much at all. They can add a lot of pop and sizzle to your books. Anything like that, look around. Nice ribbon for bookmarks, those kinds of materials. Optional, obviously, but they can add a lot to your book, and I recommend experimenting around with them a little bit. Sorry about the crackles. We will see you in the next video, and have a great time bookbinding.